Hey, I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're back. If you're watching this on another day or so, I don't know if you watch these part one and part two at the same time, but just in case, welcome back. And this project has everything to do with listening, and I mean listening. But before I get into that, I want to take this time to thank the Arts Council of Oklahoma City for bringing me and other artists in to give you virtual art classes. That's going to be ending soon, and so I just wanted a shout out to everybody at the Arts Council. If you've really enjoyed these virtual art classes, send them a note. Tell them thanks. They really have done a great job, I think. So, once again, pencils, erasers, colors, crayons, colored pencils, all of that kind of stuff. I'm sure you already have them because I'm sure you started this in part one. We're now in part two of Listen Up. Remember how important it is. And this is really going to be important because what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you a story. And I want you to pay attention very closely because you are going to be drawing and coloring the things in this story, right? You are going to listen to me very closely and remember all of the main things in the story. So once I finish the story, I'm going to want you to draw a picture, like a scene out of that story, okay? I know you can do this, but you have to listen real well, okay? So let's get down to it. Let's start this up. Perk your ears up. Okay. Again, I'm going to tell you a short story. I want you to try to remember all the main things in this story, and then I want you to draw a scene out of that story. We started out in part one of you drawing this straight line completely across like that, and this is kind of your stage, your ground, your platform that you're going to put all of the things that you can remember from this story. Okay, so let's get started with the story. Try to be quiet. Listen to everything that I say. Okay, let's begin. There was this brother and sister that used to live down the street from me years and years ago. I was a kid and they were a kid, and we used to play in the woods. And every summer, we would make a tree house. We would climb the branches. I can't believe my parents allowed me to do this, but I would climb the tree. My friends Jimmy and Lorna, his sister, they would climb too, and we'd bring wood up and nails and wedge them in the branches, and then we'd go down and we'd do it again, and we would actually build a floor of the treehouse. It was so cool. And so one day we're up in this treehouse building it, and a major storm came. We could hear the thunder in the background, and we were going, okay, I'm just going to nail in a few more things. And then we got to get out of this tree, right? And so I hammered in a nail and hammered another nail, and they're doing the same thing. And everybody's going, we got to get out of this tree. We got to get out of this tree. And so we had this rope that was knotted, and we could like go down on the rope and everything. But this time, because it was really windy, the rope went back and forth, and it made it really, really difficult. So the first one down was Lorna. She got down and she held on, and then you put your feet on that knot, you know, and she went down, and boy, that rope was swinging back and forth, and she was really, really scared, right? And then I went down, and the same thing. It was an easy thing to do, but with the wind and the thunder that was going on, and there was like flashes of lightning in the sky. It was kind of scary, but I scooted down, and then Jimmy got on it, and about halfway down, he started losing his grip, and he fell. He fell about 8 foot off the ground. Bam! And at first, I didn't know if he was hurt or not, because he just kind of laid there, but he was breathing. I knew he wasn't dead or anything like that. And Lorna is crying, and tears, big old tears. She had blonde hair, and I remember to this day that she was crying, and the wind was whipping her hair into her mouth. It was terrible. But anyway, I ran over to Jimmy, and he was laying there. I was saying, are you okay? Are you got anything broken? And he was going slowly, kind of moving around, and he picked up the baseball cap that he was wearing and put it on his head, and he goes, I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. And we both went, oh my, we were so thankful that he was okay. And so once he got up and brushed himself off, we just ran back to our houses. And right as we got into Jimmy and Lorna's house, it started pouring down rain. Pouring down rain. It was like, almost like, you know, tornado season or something. It was really, no tornadoes, but still, it was very, very scary. Okay, that's the story. It's your job right now in this art project is to draw as many things as you can remember from the story. And I'll give you a hint. There were 3 people, 2 boys and a girl. That's something that you can draw. Another hint is a tree, right? So choose the things that you remember. Things in the sky, things on the ground, things in the tree. All of those kinds of things. I want you to draw me some kind of scene. Meaning on this line down here, you can draw a tree. That can start you out, right? You can just start a tree, and you can just make it a simple tree, right? There you go. Now what else? There was 3 kids, and I'm just going to do stick figures because we don't have much time. But here's me, and here is Lorna. And here's Jimmy. He was a lot taller than I was. Okay, what else? What else did that story tell you? What kind of weather? What kind of clothing? Think about everything that I mentioned. And you know, while you're doing this, I want to keep in mind, and I know you know this, but I kind of want to go over it again with you. It's like when I ask people what art is, don't stop. You can stop listening to me. You can listen to me and do the artwork at the same time, okay? But I find it really interesting that when, and this is my experience, when you're younger, you tend to remember kind of always the bad stuff, right? I know I can. I mean, I remember years ago things that happened to me when I was 5 and 6 years old, but I can't tell you last year, you know, what I did, right? Everybody's kind of like that. But anyway, so let's continue on. What else? What else did I talk about in my little storyline? You know that listening, what do we listen to other than people talking? We listen to music. And music is an art form, right? People who write music or play instruments, that kind of stuff, write songs, that's an art form. What else? What else do we listen to? How about books, audiobooks? Or how about just watching a movie? Sound is a you know, I bet you when you're playing video games, boy, you're listening to every single thing that they say in the video game. But you should listen very closely when somebody's, especially like in school, when somebody is truly trying to teach you something new. It is so important for you, right? It's so important for you to comprehend what they're saying. That's how human beings, not the only way, but that's how we get our education. That's how we learn things. We experience things, and then we talk to people and listen to people that have that experience that they can give back to you. Okay? So, keep it listening. Try to finish this little project that we started. And have a good day. Listen, it's been great. Again, we're going to be closing up the video portion of the Artists in Schools. And I hope that you've been enjoying them. I know that I have. But anyway, thanks for coming. Stay creative. Stay well. And have a rest of a good day, okay? And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.